Hi there, Anna K. Morris here with a quick coaching video for you today. And I really feel like it's a PSA. What is it, a public service announcement? I shoot my coaching videos for the most part, like 99% of the time, live on the day that I release them. So there is everything happening right now. It's October 12th. There's everything that's happening in Israel and Gaza and the Palestinians and so much. We've been to that part of the world, and it's a really heavy time. If you turn on the news, I don't know that I recommend that. We watched a bit of it last night, only to fall apart into pieces for a little while. I am not an expert on the conflict. But I know that it's feeling a certain way in the world right now, right? Like dark, heavy. So the coaching video is this. It's your public service announcement to do a little, if you can, right? I know that not everybody has this luxury right now, but if you do have this luxury of freedom, that you do something to support yourself. Let me tell you what that looks like. In my signature coaching class, the Reconnect, it's 12 weeks, it's $29.99, so about $3,000. So it's a really big investment. I work with my clients taking you through all of this. And something that I coach everybody on is to start having love yourself dates. So if you've read The Artist Way or worked with me before, you may know this as an artist date. This is what the point of it is. I'm not going to get into all the details. That's, we can talk, about that later if you want to work with me. But this is what it is. It's you refilling your well. It's you loving yourself. It's you after the time that you spend, whether it's 1 minute, or in some cases, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, whatever it is, at the end, you feel a little more love for yourself. Especially as women, we are so accustomed to making withdrawals. I shot a video earlier a few weeks ago saying you can't make a withdrawal without a deposit. So this is the deposit that I'm talking about. A love yourself date can look like taking your dogs for a walk, which I'm about to do because I'm taking myself on a date in just a minute. And I notice what my dogs are noticing. They're like excited about this stick and like gonna pee on that bush for the 17th time. I look at the sky. I notice how blue it is. I notice how gray it is right now. I notice what different colors the leaves are, what's blooming, what's not blooming. I notice the birds that I'm seeing. I just pay attention. I usually will not even listen to anything, and I go back and forth between listening to a podcast or not. But sometimes listening to a podcast gets a little bit confusing for me because it can feel like work, depending on what I'm listening to. So I like to listen to nothing, right? Another way that I take myself on a love myself date is I'll make dinner. Now that can easily feel like not loving yourself. But what I will typically do if I'm making dinner during a weeknight is I'll do something that's relatively easy, that does not require a recipe. It's kind of throwing things together. And I'll ask Derek to handle the kids for 30 minutes, maybe an hour, depending on the state of the kitchen before I get started. And I'll ask him, from like 4:30 to 5:30, if he can just kind of rope off the kitchen, even though it does feel like Grand Central Station in there, and watch the kids, keep them out of the kitchen so that like I can just have some time to make dinner. And that for me, I feel like really loved and nurtured. Now that's not for everybody. I come from a cooking family. So I want you to take a look at what could you do today? Don't wait for tomorrow. Do something today to love yourself. I just had a client share that she took a shower and did like a hot oil treatment. That sounds amazing. I have never done that before. I'm totally stealing that. So ideally, I'd love for it to be 2 hours, but that can be very lofty of a goal, especially if you're new to this. So I really, really suggest, implore you, this is your public service announcement, to do something to love yourself today, okay? There is a lot of darkness and heaviness in our world right now. And what I know is that when we all stay in that state, it won't move the needle. Love is what moves the needle. The vibration of love and that energy is what will heal our world. So you might think that I sound, optimistic, totally crazy, like a Pollyanna, whatever. That's fine. But I know that like walking around and like worrying and stressing and crying and going crazy about it isn't going to help anybody right now. It's really not. If you need to educate yourself, absolutely do that. But please make sure that you do a little bit of self-love as well, because it's very, very important for us to stay well so that we can help those who are not able to help themselves right now, so that we are able to contribute to making our world a better and safer place. And that starts with you. Okay, I love you.